Welcome to beautiful Colombia, currently in Medellin. Now, since I've been here, I've made it my sole purpose to engage with the locals and learn as much about the rich history and culture of this country. This is a story of how I was chilling with some friends and my boy Pablo literally told me he knew Roberto Escobar. I'm like, nah, you lying. He said, I bet, we're gonna pull up. I was like, all right, let's do it. Just a quick disclaimer that I am in no way, shape, or form idolizing or glorifying any drug or criminal activity, but this was just a spontaneous and enlightening experience where I got to meet, the brother of one of the most infamous drug lords ever. Not exactly knowing what to expect, we made a quick detour and we pulled up on an undisclosed location. And here's how it went.
Palms Avenue. We on our way to see Robert Escobar. He's waiting on us now.
Who are you going to see?
Robert Escobar. This is Pablo Escobar's brother.
Okay.
We get, all the facts here. There's a nephew that, he just runs his mouth. A lot of lies, a lot of controversy. But Robert Escobar, I'm the only one that's gone to the cathedral with him. So I got a lot of information that most tour guides don't have. He feeds us a lot of information too. If you want to look forward, we're about to pull up on the entrance now. You can recognize it by this big, carousel wheel on the right.
Okay. I got a question for you though. So some people think that the cops got Pablo, and some believe that he, shot himself. What do you think?
I think whoever believes the cops got him is plain old stupid.
Right.
Because he always said it. He prefers a tomb than a cell.
Right.
And when you got search brigades from every forces out there, including international forces that came and helped, DEA, FBI, whatever, even CIA, they all got guns, AK-47s, all kinds of assault rifles. You don't keep a 9mm to go head to toe or head to head with AK-47s. You keep that on yourself for making sure you live up to your word.
Right.
So that's my personal opinion, and I think it's pretty much common sense.
I agree.
Escobar.
I agree.
Okay.
Gaviria. Roberto Escobar.
There we go.
Escobar.
This is Hacienda Nápoles. Maybe one time you guys have more time, because that's like 4 hours away.
Okay.
But that's huge, man. That's like, I say it's gonna end up being like Colombia's Walt Disney.
Okay.
Because they're making water parks there. They got 2 water parks there now. ¿Cómo? Somos 4. Gracias. See, they didn't really ask how many people before. He said, I'll talk to him.
Got the gate with the secretary not playing no game.
Mike. That's dude that we were supposed to go see out there. What's up, Mike? ¿Todo bien? Dale, sí. Yo lo pongo aquí de espalda. Mask on that there.
So it's safe to say that I'm never gonna doubt my boy Pablo again. He's heavily connected. And so one thing that you guys didn't see on the camera as we pulled up was that there was shredded glass all throughout the property, barbed wires, all types of security scammers, cameras, and like, you know what I'm saying, like retina scanners, real James Bond type joint. You feel me? And so as we got into the property, we were actually told by Roberto Escobar's wife that we weren't allowed to film. So I tried to do the best that I could to take you guys through this experience. So what I was able to do was I took some photos of the house. Now you feel me, he kind of got some decorations up or whatever, whatnot, but this was actually one of Pablo's houses. And when we went inside, there was so many trap doors and like holes in the wall. It was on some real Scooby-Doo type shit, you feel me? No cap. Now to the right of me is just some of their bulletproof vehicles. Mind you, this is just one estate. Pablo had multiple estates. And so this is just one of their estates with some of their bulletproof vehicles. And it was bulletproof and bomb-proof actually, down to the tire. I mean, you hit the tire felt like a brick. It was crazy. All around the property, you was reminded that Pablo always had security around him. From a watchtower to just barbed wires, to bars, to holes, to just different high points on the property where guards could stand to watch over to see who was coming in. I mean, you could really feel the energy. This is the actual couch that has been in this house since the 70s that Pablo and all his family and all his cartel members would actually sit down on. It's been there ever since, as you can see by the wear and tear. Now remember how I said that you could just feel the energy as soon as you walk in the house? You can still see bullet holes of when attempts of murder were done on Pablo and his family. People actually tried to run up in the crib and started dumping, and somehow he always escaped. Right here is just one of the ways that Pablo and his cartel would smuggle in money or drugs. He always had different compartments and desks or other types of furniture or even toys, you know, that he could just stuff drugs in. And this was a desk that was literally his, that is still at the crib right now until this day. Now these words came from Roberto himself. He said that this is the last chair that his brother Pablo sat in before he was killed. So you know I had to get a picture of that. So this was a wanted sign, and just look at the offering, $10 million. Remember, this is back in the 80s and 90s, not to mention the conversion into pesos. One thing a lot of people don't realize is that Pablo Escobar was a very short man, and his family is very short. You know, they're a family of very small people. But at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Dudley, I get that you got to go to the crib, but where is Roberto? Are you capping? Nah, I'm gonna show you right now. I actually was chilling with Pablo Escobar's brother. It was just off camera.
Roberto, una foto. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, he can come with some. He can answer like everything he can. Yeah, then you can take all the pictures you want in the house and then the people. Okay.
Mi casa, muy poquito, al principio de la subida hay un poquito, suben un poquito y baja. Está del aeropuerto allá, póngale 30 minutos y póngale otros 30 de aquí al aeropuerto. Cada minuto de aquí en la casa.
A mí me interesa. Piénseselo, si le gusta.
So something else that a lot of people don't know is that Roberto Escobar is actually partially blind. While in jail, the cartel sent him a bomb in a box, and the prison guards knew about it, but they took the box outside into the open yard and then told him that he had a gift. You know what I'm saying? And so they told him to go out in the yard to open a gift, which already raised some red flags for him. So what he did was he started walking out to the yard, but he felt kind of weird about it and uneasy as he should. But by that time the bomb already exploded, taking some of his vision away. So family, this is the day that I got to chill with Pablo Escobar. Obviously, certain conversations were had off camera for many different reasons. As you can imagine, there were certain things that I couldn't even post. I did take other photos, but some things I choose to honor my word and not post certain things. The family did say that I could take photos in the house and around the house and also with him as well. Obviously, like I said, there were conversations that were had off the camera, and he came off to me as a very respectful and wise man, obviously at his age and everything that he's been through. But yeah, this was just another day in Colombia.
Alright, so what's the story?
Alright, so Robert Escobar was convicted. So he was in prison 14 years, right? And while he was in prison, one day he comes back from church and they tell him he has a package, but to go receive it in the yard. So he found it strange, but he still went and got it from the yard, right? So when he's gonna open it, boom, it was a letter bomb. So, you know, how do you get a letter bomb into prison? To me, it's plain and clear.
Receive it in the yard. Who told him that?
The guard.
So
Yeah, of course. No, how you gonna get a letter bomb in
the
prison?
yard.
And in the yard. Yeah. So, you know, they expected him to die and he didn't. He survived.
And what's his name again?
Robert Escobar
Roberto
Gaviria.
Wow. I didn't know he's blind, but I saw him.
Yes,
And
eyes.
blind.
Moving.
And blind. He's blind and deaf.
And
deaf.
Yeah, he hears very little. He has a hearing aid.
All right. I saw her grab his hand and move it to put it on the picture, and I was wondering. I thought it was just because he was a little older. I didn't know he was blind.
No, he's
Nah.
blind. Oh, that's
I seen his eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't see his eyes. I didn't look at his eyes.
That's why he always wears a hat too. I guess, you know, he feels bad about it, right? He always got to put eye drops. He's always putting eye drops. And bro, I got a good relationship with him. Man. I got a good friendship with him. And we business partners. I mean, I got exclusive rights to Pablo Escobar's last hideout. Not where he died. Where he was at 5 days before he died. And again, I think whoever believes the police killed him is total ignorance, because, you know, you don't keep a 9mm to go head to head with people with nothing but AKs. You know, you got search brigades from
tell you himself.
the most elite forces, you know, including DEA, CIA. You know, you don't keep a 9mm for that.
Right.
So to me, I think common sense goes a long way. Don't have the time for it. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to the videos he sends me.
Oh, he sends you videos?
Yeah, he sends me videos and you know, audios explaining and giving information and shit.
Oh man, well we need to archive that and create a whole situation off of that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we could do that. Because I'll have all those files on my phone.
How old is he?
He's like 72 or something like that. I'm not-
That's low-key young nowadays, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's.
People living to like 98.
Yeah, but not living a lifestyle like that.
I think he's from 49 or
Yeah.
46. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I could find out. You know, I could.
Yeah.
You know, I had the opportunity to go with him to the cathedral. The cathedral is the prison that they built for themselves, right? And I went with him. You know, he hasn't been out there with nobody. The first time he went,
That's dangerous.
yeah, the water pushed it out. That's what I want.
They need to get that.
In the Dominican Republic, they would have took that motherfucker and sold it. That metal. In Las Terrenas, there's a lot of potholes with nothing covering because they take the metal off and sell that shit.
But you know, they might say it's Pablo Escobar's, but it could have been somebody else.
Okay.
There was there's a lot of drug lords as big as him.
What you said, Mas?
Just he was in the limelight.
Not just that they found they were finding, you know, stashes of his cash. Because remember when his finance, his accounting guy, when he got popped, he had the GPS and he had all those coordinates. Remember?
Yeah.
So he lost some bread that he was hiding.
Yeah, I mean, of course, something's gonna get lost for sure.
Yeah.
While I was working with him, one day he received a call being with me. You remember there's a picture there like with little diamond type things that they got him next to the Godfather.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
that got found when I was doing business with him. They called him. They called him and told him they found the stash. And you know, so he went out to receive it, and that's what they had. That's what was in there.
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
That property was ducked off too, man. You would have no idea.
Yeah. And now this is double lane road. This used to be a single lane road. Wow. This used to be like very full of trees, and you know, this was this now is developed. This wasn't developed before.
You would have no idea, man. Up the hill, gates, security, barbed wire all throughout the property. I mean, all throughout the property.
Broken glass on top of the brick wall around.
Yeah. And there's bullet holes everywhere.
Yeah, that's because they tried to kill him when he got out of prison.
Yeah. There's bullet holes all throughout the crib.
Wow. That's wild. He never patched none of them bullet holes up.
Because he's leaving it for memories. That's
dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
They don't live in that house.
He coming up off of all of that.
Oh, so that's not where he lives right now?
Yeah, that's where he lives.
Oh, they lived? Oh, right.
He lived there, yeah.
Oh, shit. It was just tourist style.
Nah, he lives there.
No, he's right in the middle of Poblado.
Like,
we're close to Calle 10.
This right here, bro.
Yeah. They had holes in the wall, like secret doors and passageways.
Right.
Like,
He had a book in there that he wrote in.
hey.
Yeah, he got a book. The King of Kings. They stole that book. They stole that book and published it in the U.S. as King of Kings.
So
and they calling him their accountant.
So you said that his bulletproof truck let out smoke, jacks, and like nails and shit like that.
Oil, smoke, and nails.
On some Mario Kart shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, some James Bond shit, bro.
Straight Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Take a left right here.
That's what he did.
Banana peel.
Spinning his circle.
And he did that, you know, because he's an electrical engineer. So he just, you know, he wanted to show what he could do, and he did it.
Nah, that's dope.
Let me take a
All
left.
you need now is the Yoshi.
That concludes today's video, guys. I filmed this video over 2 years ago when I first arrived in Colombia. I didn't speak the language, nor did I know anything about the culture or the actual people of this great country. So after living here for some time, connecting with the people and learning way more, I felt comfortable sharing this piece of content that I've been sitting on. De nuevo, solo quiero decir que no estoy glorificando a Pablo Escobar y sus acciones, sino quería mostrar y contar un poco de la historia a la gente y hablar un poco de todo lo que ha pasado aquí en Colombia de Pablo Escobar. So that's the video, guys. Make sure to hit a like, subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this educational video and this insight and experience that I had. And there's really nothing much to say, man. It's such a blessing to be able to go to these countries and learn about the history. This one is definitely one for the books. Peace.